Hi, welcome to another video. In this video, I will discuss with you non-primitive data types or reference data types in Java. In Java, reference data types will contain memory address of variable values because the reference types will not be store the variable value directly in memory. They are strings, objects, array, and all of the and another things. So in the primitive data types that cannot be stored directly by the memory address, so we store as a variable and go through the variable and store in the memory. That means you have a container, but you uh, uh, directly not access to this container. That's why you use a different way to use the space of this container. That is means of the non-primitive data types work. If you can't be access this thing, if then you choose the different way. In this way, one way is capable to store this data from this container. You can use this process. This is the process of we create string object array or store something in this memory space indirectly, not the declarant variable, and then directly memory insert the data into memory. So we can use these things in non-primitive data types. First we will discuss about the string. How can be strings used in this Java program? So strings are defined as an array of characters. That means this is sequentially ordered character. That means that contain on some value. That means it is called as string is ram. Ram, that means I will just explain in there. The uh, code boost is the string. You know the sentence is completed, that identifies some meanings or not. If you declare yourself, this is you objectify identify this thing. The difference between character array and a string in Java is the string designed to hold a sequence of character in single variable, whereas a character array is a collection of separate char type entities. Unlike C, C++, Java, strings are not terminated with null character. That means we know in Java, C++, another language also, mm, string cannot be empty. Just like that, this is not valid in the string. So you can always be store something inside the bracket, inside the string variable. So that thing is tell the Java compiler, if string use the keyword string but declare a variable and that string contain nothing, that is not applicable, that is not executable, and this is showing some error. So the declaration of the string is that type I will discuss in here. The string data type is important. The string type is important because this is sorry, uh, this is this is the string type. That means you can use the string type for declare string. If I just discuss about the variables. In if there is a variable, but we can't declare any type of data type, that don't compiler don't know what type of data store in this uh, in this a. So there is also we written a, uh, 1 2 3, like that. The compiler did not know what type of data store in the space a, so we can uh, declare the data types like string equal to 1. That is not valid, but when we just mark in the braces is valid, is valid. So in that thing, if we declare anything in between, take a data type string and store in any variable name, if you have choice to create them and store inside the semicolon, you this is called as an string. So this is a string, and sequence of string, it is not there is I just take one, you can two, that type of thing you can store in between string. Also string is a sequence of string, means there is also you can take it as like I just show the example is, uh, this is called string. This is data types, and ap is the variable, and we can create the sequence of string is dog. That is the declaration of string is you can also use some storing data in java, and another language also same, so as the java. So we just know that the how to declare string, the declare string without using new operator also. That type of is without using new operator, you can use that type of declaration. And also declare string using new operator, string s1 equal to new string uh, CodezBuzz. That type of also we declare in string in java. So we have two options in java declaring string. So we can next go to the class. What is the class? A class is a user defined blueprint or prototype from which objects are created. It represents the set of priorities or methods that are common to all objects on one type. In general, class declaration can include these components in order. First thing is modifier. What is modifier? A class can be public, has default access, refer to access specifier for class or interfaces in Java. You can know more about the classes interfaces in future video, so you don't be panic. So you just know the what is class, how can it created class name. You if you have a modifier like uh, uh, public class, and void class, that is of also called as modifier. Void may, and that called as modifier. And then we come to class name. If you created a class like animals, that is the class name, so you can declare the class name as per your requirement. I just say you that in past video Java have class declaration. In this video I will just explain this thing, not program like that. I will also in next video I will detailed data types, all primitive non-primitive data types programming are coming, and you will also know how to program in these data types, so you can carry on this video. So then class name should begin with the initial letter capitalized by convention. If you have convention, Pascal case convention, camel case convention, both are applicable. So then superclass, if any requirement superclass, then you can declare the name of the class parent is superclass. If any preceded by the keyword extend a class, can only extend one parent. So a one parent is extend by another parent. The superclass is the thing applicable in Java. So interfaces, if any a common separated list in interfaces implemented by the class, if any preceded by the keyword implement, a class can implement more than one interface. If you have a class and you have a multiple work, then that type of thing you can use interfaces for multiple work with this class. That's we learn in near future. Now I don't tell about details, but I just give you basics for Java. So the class body is surrounded by braces. If you know the when you declare a class, we just surrounded by braces, just like I just show you. uh, Public, animal. This animal we just declare and uh, yeah, it's, that is also we just as a simple just I declare an class. For example, you can take it void, and also another another things you can use. Then it is the small example of class, so you don't worry about the better knowledge. I will explain everything programming in the next video, so don't worry. So just know the next thing is object, how we create an object. An object is a basis unit of object oriented programming as represent the real life entities. That means if you create an real life problem, real life things, when you have a create one thing is person have a name, address, age, roll number, that type of thing, how can we declare? So we create an object as a man. As a man name is Rahul. Rahul have a and a person, but we define his name as Rahul, and age is 15, and the class is 10th. The that thing we declare like that. So we can create an person as an object, then we create a name, class, these things are present, but this is real life things, so we can use it as program, so you can definitely help that type of thing. A typical Java program create many objects which, as you know, interact by invoking methods. An object consists of these things like states like it is a material, it is animals, it is lots of things. It is represented by the attribute of an object. It is also reflect the properties of an object. If chair is a object, then there have entities like this is made from plastic, this is have four legs, and this color is red. That type of things is present, but these states we can know the states of the object. Then behavior, it is represented by the method of an object. It also reflects the response of object to other object. That means if created an object is cow, then cow is eating, cow is uh, uh, go for the um, produce milk. That type of thing is an behavior that called as method. An object have behaviors like that, eating, sleeping, running. That type of is called as method. We can declare as method, and that inside the method we can create something and execute something that have special special things. That's why we use the methods. So that is called behavior. That behavior present in an object. So identity, then identities is the, if it is a man, there have identity, there have names, there have address. That's why we use the identity. The gives a unique name to object, enable one object to interact with other object. If person A means person A is an object, person B is an object, so you can interact with them. If any, in case some requirement is from uh, uh, A object to B object, so you can use them as unique name. For if their name is same, the computer is confusion and don't take a decision which one have the proper. So you can name as different, then object is basically create own way, and it is work proper way. So then it is last one, I think. No, there is interface also, like a class. Like a class and interface can have a method variable, but the methods declared in the interface are default by abstract. That means only method signature and nobody. No, if you have the interface just like a class, but the methods and variables are only the abstracted by default, not nobody. Without method signature it can't be work. Interface specify what class must do and not how it will be blueprint of the class. That means if you created a class, the blueprint of the class is called as interface. So you don't worry about, just know the interface about most details. So an interface about capable like player may be an interface, and any classes implementing player must be able to move. So you can specify the set of method the class has is implement. So interface is a created system. The if a player is a interface, then player have is playing the game, playing running. That type of thing have interface. Also in this class we just call them directly, call those methods directly in class. So if if player is a interface and class is a Rama is a person. Ram is a person. Yeah, one team is a class. One team India is a class. The player is a person. The player and India team. India team is a class. There, the player category is comes into the class. So player is the interface. This player interface also use the Pakistan players, also India player, also England player, also Australian player. These things are common in all players. So you can call it as your class. So you can recognize these things an interface. If class implemented an interface and does not provide method bodies or function specific in the interface, then the class must be declared abstract. That means implemented the interface does not provide method and bodies for all functions specified in the interface, the class must be declared as abstract. If uh, we can interface is I just tell a player is the interface, the class must be declared abstract, but not specified this thing. This is not provide method bodies for functions. If a player is a player have lots of function, but the team India not declare the abstract, then it can't be access them. So you can just learn about this thing and know about much better as per your you learn this video and again watch the documentation. This thing you betterly understand lot of things, and also I will explain the interfaces, classes, strings, all about in details in next videos. So you don't worry about it, just go with yours and go with flow. If you as a beginner, so you can learn lot of things in videos, so you continue to watch them. So then we come into array. What is array? As you discuss lots of things in this non-primitive data types, an array is a group of like type variable that are referred to by common name. Arrays in Java work differently than they do C++. The following are some important points about the Java array. There is some important point in Java array. In Java, all arrays are dynamically allocated. In Java, arrays are dynamically allocated. Since array are object in Java, we can find their length using members length. This different from C++, where we find length using size. A Java array variable can also be declared like other variables with the brackets after the data types. You just know the how it is what this thing is explain. uh, Array just like array array just mistakenly type array ar, that is the array type in the Java. Also we declare array like that. So you can use these things in Java like that. So this thing is called in this sentence. So the variable in the array are ordered and each has index beginning with 0. Is when we have array like that, I have no I will show you that. uh, this is an array. Their index is start into their 0, 0, and there is 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Like that. In like that, arrays are store the start with 0. That's why we indexing the array with 0 as compiler decided. Java array can also used for static field, local variable or method parameters. Also, we can use the array as static field, local variables, and method parameters. Also, if you go for the advanced level, you can know all about things, but you go through the flow. Now, the size of an array must be specified by an int value, and no long or short. But in this case, when we require and specify the only integer, then as per our requirement, we can choose short, short int, long, that type of thing we just declare. But in array, only we can use as integer, we can use as character. So you can't be uh, used like that. So uh, int I just forgot one thing. If you only declare the integer type of array, that type of thing you can declare. So I can just mistakenly uh, tell this thing. I just tell you that thing. If you declare this thing like that, so in the size of array must be specified by int value, so no long or short, that thing also remember. And the direct superclass of r an array type is object. The direct superclass of an array type is object. If the array superclass is declared, that is also called as object. Every array type implements the interface clonable and Java IO serializable. So we can end the non-primitive data type classes and video, and see you in the next video in next interesting topic. So keep watching, keep continue, and keep learning with us.